Have you ever noticed when we have extremes of weather, how it affects your body in different ways? So if you're a heart patient, you need to pay attention to the signs of too much heat. And in this video, I'll show you the warning signs to look out for in extreme weather conditions, so that you can manage yourself appropriately and avoid having further health issues. As I'm making this video, it's summertime in the UK and it's exceptionally hot right now. We're up to almost 30 degrees daily, which is extremely uncommon for the UK. And I know that many of you are struggling in this kind of heat. I run weekly cardiac rehab classes in the local community, and whenever there's extremes of temperature, we always have less people attending those classes. So, what happens in the body when we get too hot? The first thing that happens is that to maintain a balanced internal body temperature, the blood is sent out to the extremities and most noticeably to the skin. And this is when we get red faces and start to sweat. And this is when we're simply too hot and the body's trying to cool itself. But the issue is that when the circulatory system pushes all of this blood out to the extremities, this leaves less pressure on the circulatory system and the heart. So there's less blood feeding back into the heart, and when this occurs, we have to be careful not to overdo any activities, including exercise, gardening, and jobs around the home, and to also be careful with bending over and then standing up suddenly. Now, due to this decrease in the pressure in the circulatory system, which is also called hypotension, you can often feel a little faint or lightheaded and also very lethargic at times. It's very important to try to maintain a normal-ish body temperature so that you don't become overheated. Also, when you're exercising or at work or doing jobs around the home, you have to moderate the activity level so that you're not overdoing it, as the system has less tolerance in the heat for workload capacity. So you can still exercise and go about your daily activities in the heat, but you would be well advised to observe the following recommendations and pay attention to the signs of overdoing and overheating, which are, as we said, feeling faint, lightheaded, or dizzy. These are the signs to pay attention to. To combat the overheating and hypertension, you can take a cool shower for a few minutes to help bring the body temperature down. A bath would work the same. I would advise against having an extremely cold bath or shower, or like Wim Hof. You may have seen him on TV with the ice baths. I wouldn't recommend that, but certainly a cool shower can help a lot in returning the body back to a normal balance. You can also lie down and raise your legs up on a chair, and this helps to return the blood back to the heart and away from the extremities to provide some rebalancing of the pressure in the cardiovascular system. So let's have a look at the hot weather and specific heart conditions. These are the ones that we really need to pay attention to. So firstly is angina. Now, if you use a GTN spray to control your angina, you should take extra care in the hot weather. GTN sprays can dilate your blood vessels quickly, which causes your blood pressure to drop suddenly, and you may feel faint or dizzy from doing this. Heart failure. It's particularly important to stay cool if you have heart failure. This is where your heart doesn't pump blood around your body as well as it should do. If you've been told to restrict your fluid intake and you take water tablets and now are feeling dizzy or lightheaded, let your doctor know. Your medication can then be reviewed or adapted as necessary. And if you have heart failure and have been told to limit fluids but feel thirsty when it's hot, what can you do? Fluid restriction is used as a way to avoid overloading your heart if you have heart failure. That's more fluid in your bloodstream makes it harder for your heart to pump. For the same reason, your doctor may prescribe medicine known as a diuretic or water tablet to help get rid of excess fluid out of the blood. Your doctor may advise you to stop taking it in hot weather, especially when you have no fluid retention or when your blood pressure gets too low. If you're on a fluid restriction, record your fluid intake to check you're within your daily limit. Now, this may need adjusting in the warmer weather. You should also record foods that contain a lot of water, like fruit, especially watermelon, yogurt, jelly, ice lollies, sorbets and soups. If you feel thirsty, try chewing some gum or sugar-free mints or pieces of frozen fruit such as grapes or strawberries. You can also rinse your mouth with water, but don't swallow it. And if your lips feel particularly dry, you can use a lip balm. Now, it's also important to restrict salt, which makes your body hold extra fluid. But in warm weather, you lose salt through sweating. So if you're having leg cramps, increase the salt intake and this may help. Weigh yourself daily. It's a useful metric to use so that you can see if you're losing or gaining weight. And if you gain more than 2 kilos, which is about 4.5 pounds, in 3 days or less, contact your doctor. Heat stroke. Losing too much body fluid can increase your internal body temperature, which could be life-threatening if left untreated. Symptoms of heat stroke include sweating, cold, clammy skin, dizziness, fainting, muscle cramps, heat rash, edema or swelling in the ankles, shallow or fast breathing, nausea and vomiting. If you suspect that you or someone else has heat stroke, get medical attention immediately. Now, if you have other health conditions including circulatory, lung, kidney, diabetes or Parkinson's, these can further increase the risk of overheating and having health challenges in the hot weather. So you especially have to be careful. One final point to remember is that your medication is calibrated for you on a normal average day. So in any extremes, this may mean that you're either under or over medicated. If you feel that you're having persistent health challenges at these times, it's advisable to have your medication reviewed by your doctor. Okay guys, just to recap, so it's fine for you to go about your normal business, work, exercise, jobs around the home, but maybe don't do them in the middle of the day. Maybe do them a little earlier or a little later when it's a bit cooler. And take some of the advice from this video and try and implement that in so we don't get to the point at which you're having warning signs. And if you are experiencing the warning signs, then please put these measures into place to help rebalance the system. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Let me know how you get on in the comments section below. Hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care.